I'm Jessica.
And I'm Lizzy.
Welcome to Man Up, Boys Cry.
Unthinking toxicity, uniting in vulnerability.
After connecting over our shared passion for mental health, especially in men, we decided to start a conversation.
It's time to man up. Boys cry too.
We are ready to talk about it. Are you? Hey, Lizzy.
Hey, Jess.
I can't wait to tell everyone why we are doing this work. Do you want to tell everyone how we connected?
Yeah, so for those who don't know, we went to high school together. I actually have a really fond memory of us acting really crazy in gym class, but
Oh, I forgot about gym class.
we didn't have a lot of classes together, so that was really fun, I think. But really, we started connecting when our grade lost classmates to drug overdoses, particularly our male classmates.
Yeah, we started after Adam died. I remember feeling a lot for you and reaching out. So you ready to share that story?
Yeah. So it's something I've been super open about for a long time. Adam and I were best friends in middle school, and so we knew each other for a long time. I remember I told him that I liked him in ninth grade, and then he refused to acknowledge that. So we actually didn't end up reconnecting until after college, romantically. And so not only was he my best friend, but we had dated, and he was in recovery when we had met after college, and I had no idea what drug addiction looked like or what it meant. And it didn't take long to sort of find out how painful it is, and what the sources of it were, which were a lot of mental health issues that were not taken care of.
Yeah.
So that compiled with this sort of environment that I'm in now, which is I teach. And so I have seen more than one male student suffer from, different mental health challenges. I feel like this is what I need to talk about. It's super painful.
Yeah.
But yeah, do you want to share what made you want to talk about it too?
Sure. Well, first of all, thank you for sharing, as always. You're so strong. It's really hard to think about where it started. Actually, even before classmates that passed away from our grade, a classmate of mine from middle school died by suicide when I was in 10th grade, somewhere around that. And that was really my first, also my sister's classmates had passed away from suicide. It was kind of something that we saw, but no one talked about it. Mm-hmm. I was close to a few of our classmates that overdosed, and that was really hard to see. And then there were even other people who completed suicide from our community, where we're from. But it's rampant. I had a lot of male friends who I could see their mental health issues, and also there was someone that was really close to me that ended up going into inpatient from feelings around suicide and suicidal ideation.
Yeah, which is something that we know a lot about personally as well, unfortunately.
Yeah, and that's I feel like suicidal ideation with women is talked about a lot. Women are more likely to communicate about it, where men don't. And I know that we are both very open about suicidal ideation that we've both had, and it's something that we need to talk about. But men are still just not ready,
Yeah, but we're gonna hopefully get them ready. Thank you so much for sharing. You also are so strong. I feel like we're gonna be saying that a lot.
I know. Yeah.
But this is so pervasive, it's so heartbreaking, and that's why we're talking about it. So do you want to share, actually, since we're on that topic, who this podcast is for?
This podcast is for everyone, teenagers, parents, older men, everyone, women as well. I didn't mention this when I was talking before, but like part of the reason I'm into this is because of this amazing woman named Liz Plank, who wrote this book called For the Love of Men.
Yeah.
And she talks about, the pervasive issue of this, of male mental health, and the fact that it doesn't, we have this change that happens a lot. We know a lot of men who were probably pretty shitty in high school and middle school. And now they're pretty, they're good humans. And doesn't mean that what they did doesn't matter, because it does. But the thing is like, maybe we don't need to change. Maybe we can start this from the beginning and talk about it in that type of way, of talking about it with young boys, young girls. Like, it doesn't have to be something that changes later in life. It's something that we need from the birth of a child.
Yeah. That's one of my favorite things that I'm never going to get tired of you saying that, because I just honestly think it's so profound. Like, it's something we don't have to change. It's something that we just don't need from the beginning. Like, those are the words that you first said. I wrote them down. And I think that's amazing. And like, we're looking at the statistics too, because what you're talking about, it's so scary.
Yeah. I am a social worker, and this is something that really matters to me. And the suicide rates among American men are higher than they've ever been. Men are 4 times more likely to complete suicide. Women are more likely to attempt, which is really also still very scary. But the fact that men, because of this masculinity thing, they're more likely to use lethal means, meaning that their completion rate is higher.
Yeah, it's terrifying because my students are going through it
Yeah.
as well. And we've found that suicides have been on the rise since 2000, and they're the 7th leading cause of death among males. And yeah, it's just not okay.
What I think is a little scarier is that for men ages 18 through like 35 or 40, I'm not going to I want to misquote what the numbers are, but it's even higher than that, which is, and the Center for Disease Control talks about it, and it's really scary.
Yeah.
But that's probably where that term toxic masculinity came from, that we all hear. But expectations on men are killing them.
Yeah, we're failing our boys. That's what I've been saying for a long time. And I'm so glad to be doing this, because hopefully it gets those conversations started, and hopefully it helps us unthink that term, which is exactly what we hope to do here.
Yeah, exactly. And there is so much more to talk about, but that's for our next episode.
Another time.
So we have started a Facebook page called Man Up, Boys Cry. If you check us out for updates on when other videos will be coming out, we're hopefully doing some interviews as well. But join our community. Leave a comment. We're here for you.
Yeah, we can't wait to talk to you. Thank you so much for listening. See you next time.